I was teaching courage while making excuses, teaching decision while drifting, teaching persistence while doubting myself.
Mr. Hill, were you a fraud?
Great minds never truly disappear. Their wisdom travels through Russian generations, bringing the beyond past into the present. Listen closely. History is speaking. This is Conversations Beyond Time with Scott Klein. Beyond time, the conversation lives on.
Welcome back to Conversations Beyond Time. I'm Scott Klein, your host. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We love to hear what you're thinking, so please leave a comment below. In our last conversation, Napoleon Hill took us behind the scenes of one of the most extraordinary meetings in history. His encounter with Andrew Carnegie, the man who challenged him to spend the next 20 years studying the world's greatest go-getters. But today, we're going to challenge him. For nearly a century, one question has followed Napoleon Hill wherever his name is mentioned. Was he a fraud? Today, I'm going to ask him that question directly. Good evening, Mr. Hill. Welcome back to Conversation Beyond Time.
Thank you, Scott. It is a pleasure to be back. I have looked forward to continuing our conversation, and I hope today's discussion encourages you viewers to think more deeply, not only about my work, but about their own lives and the extraordinary potential that exists within every one of them.
Mr. Hill, when we concluded our last conversation, I told our audience that today we'd address the question that has followed you for nearly a century. So let's begin there. Were you a fraud?
Scott, before I answer that, let's define the word fraud. A fraud is someone who knowingly teaches falsehoods to deceive others. I never taught principles I believed were false. Now, was I guilty of failing to live up to my own philosophy for many years? Absolutely. For nearly 15 years after Andrew Carnegie challenged me to organize the philosophy of success, I possessed the principles, but I failed to consistently apply them. I understood them intellectually, yet I allowed fear, indecision, and the opinions of others to keep me from acting. That hypocrisy haunted me. I remember standing before a mirror one evening with empty pockets, no clear direction, and wondering whether I had become the very man I warned others never to be. I was teaching courage while making excuses, teaching decision while drifting, teaching persistence while doubting myself. Modern critics have questioned parts of my story, my relationship with Mr. Carnegie and other historical details. Those are fair questions, but I would ask them one question in return. If every story about Napoleon Hill disappeared tomorrow, would the principles themselves still change lives? I believe they would. My greatest failure was never inventing false principles. It was waiting far too long to fully live them. Perhaps that is the great irony of my life. My greatest qualification was never that I understood success. It was that I survived failure long enough to understand both.
Mr. Hill, I think that's a respectable answer. And quite honestly, I wasn't expecting that level of humility. There's a big difference between intentionally deceiving people and falling short of your own ideals. I appreciate your honesty. Let me take you back to where all of this began. Andrew Carnegie could have chosen anyone. Why did he choose you?
It still feels almost surreal to me, Scott. In the fall of 1908, I was a young reporter working my way through Georgetown University Law School when I was assigned to interview Andrew Carnegie for Bob Taylor's magazine. What was supposed to be a brief interview became a conversation that lasted nearly 3 days. As for why he chose me, I've often wondered that myself. I wasn't wealthy, I wasn't famous, and I certainly wasn't the most accomplished young man he could have selected. But Mr. Carnegie wasn't looking for credentials. He was looking for curiosity. At one point during our conversation, He casually introduced an idea, a concept about success that completely changed the way I looked at life. Then he stopped talking. He simply watched to see whether I understood the significance of what he had just placed before me. When he realized I did, everything changed. He told me that schools were teaching people facts, but almost nothing about the practical principles of achievement. He believed the world needed a philosophy of success, built from the lives of people who had actually succeeded. Not theories, but experience. Then he asked me a question that changed the course of my life. Would I dedicate the next 20 years to discovering and organizing those principles? I said yes. Looking back, I don't believe he chose me because I was uniquely qualified. I believe he chose me because I was willing to devote myself to a mission far bigger than myself.
Mr. Hill, today you answered the question that has followed you for nearly a century, and you brought us back to the mission Andrew Carnegie placed in your hands. Next time, we'll uncover the idea behind that mission, what fear said when you accepted it, and what the world's greatest achievers ultimately had in common. Until then, I'm Scott Klein. Thanks for joining us for Conversations Beyond Time.
Great minds never truly disappear. Their wisdom travels to Russian generations, bringing the beyond past into the present. Listen closely. History is speaking. This is Conversations Beyond Time with Scott Klein. Beyond time, the conversation lives on.